Quick video today just to go over a few pointers if you are unsure if you're with the right person. Is the person that you are with and you are currently seeing, dating, around, chatting to the right person for you? First of all, you need to know who you are as a person. You need to know what you like, who you are, what you're looking for in a relationship or a friendship or a partnership before you even consider being in a relationship with anybody else. You need to be in a relationship with yourself. So you need to know your likes, your dislikes, what you're expecting out of a relationship, and you just really need to know yourself as a person. So many people get together so young before they've even developed, before they've even done anything with their lives, before they've even got to know themselves. And this is where a lot of relationships fall apart after a couple of months or a couple of years, or they can stay together out of habit because they're just not sure, because they've never experienced anything else. So you need to really get to know yourself before you throw yourself at somebody else. And you need to make sure that you're at one with yourself and you're a whole person. You need to make sure that you're not coming out of another broken relationship and throwing yourself onto somebody when you've not even healed from past relations, because this can be really damaging, not only for yourself but for the person who you're deciding to move ahead with. You also need to know the person. You need to know the person. You should really know a little bit about their past. You need to know their likes and their dislikes and what they're expecting in a relationship or a partnership or a friendship. Because if you don't know that person or what they want, how can you offer them anything? How do you know that they're happy with what you're offering to them or what you're giving to them, what you're doing together? You just don't know, and this can be really misleading and again damaging for you and damaging for the person that you're trying to move ahead with. Are you a confident person? Do you ooze confidence? Are you confident? Is the person that you're with a confident person? Do they like your confidence? Do you like their confidence? You need to ask yourself these questions. If you're a very confident and vibrant person, if the person you're with is quite shy and not very confident, you might be a bit much for them. Vice versa. If they're a very confident person and you're not used to dealing with that, you need to ask yourself, can you deal with that? Can you deal with that on a lifelong basis? Because let's be real, that's what we're trying to achieve when we get into a relationship. We're looking for something for life. If it's just something flippant and casual, it's not really a relationship. So can you deal with a confident person that's confident 24/7, that has a lot of attention around them, that needs a lot of attention to feed their ego, their self-esteem? Is that what you want? First of all, it might be very nice, flirtatious, very confident. Oh, I love this because he's so confident. Or I love this because she's really confident and she gives me the confidence I need. If that works for you, if you want a confident person, that's lovely. That'll work for you. But if you can't handle somebody's confidence, you need to ask yourself now at the get-go, do I really want this confident person? Are they too confident for me? Or do we need someone that's a little bit more settled, a little bit more casual? These are the questions you need to be answering yourself, asking yourself. Because if you can't deal with confidence and you have issues of your own, you can't carry that person. You can't pursue that relationship in the way that it should be, because it can be hindering to either one of you. So you need to look at that. Are you with an innie or an outie? I'm not talking about belly buttons. Are you a person that likes to go out? Do you like to go out? Do you like to party, socialise, go for meals, go out in groups, go out just as a couple? Do you like to go out? In that case, you really need to be with someone that can feed into that for you. You can't be with someone that doesn't like to go out, that you find boring because they don't like social situations, they don't like parties, they don't like taking you out anywhere, they can't hold your hand because they just don't want to go out. They want to stay in, they want to Netflix and chill. If you're the kind of person that likes to go out, Don't retract that into becoming a person that wants to stay in or has to stay in because your partner doesn't want to go out. Because as time goes on, you'll find that boring, and you're going to be coming back from the person you are. You're going to be changing things in your life that are naturally things that you would naturally do. And as time goes on, you won't be happy in the relationship. So if you're an outy person, you need to go for someone that's either outy or willing to go out at least a couple of times a month, or swing in and out of that social situation. If they're closed and totally in, you know that you'll either have to change yourself or change that person. And to me, that's not the way forward in a relationship. Also, are you a paranoid person? Are you with a paranoid person? Can you deal with what a paranoid person brings to the table? When I say paranoid, I mean paranoid. Being with someone that texts you a lot, likes to know where you are even though you've told them where you're going, likes to know when you're coming home, what you're doing now, what you're up to now, who you're with now, what you're doing there, who's on your phone. If you are not yourself a paranoid person, being with a paranoid person can really damage your relationship. It won't even be a relationship. And people sit there and they say, oh, do you know, because we like each other or we love each other so much, we're just going to work through this patch and go forward. No. If you're with a paranoid person, they're paranoid. And if you are not yourself a paranoid person, if you're both like that, if you both want to know where each other are all the time and what you're doing, maybe that'll work for you. But if there's only one person, whether it be you, this is why I said you need to know yourself. You need to know yourself in order to get to know somebody else. If you're both paranoid, it might work for you. If you realise that there's one person out of the relationship that is paranoid, you need to address that. And I think that's the point where you step back and analyse the whole relationship, because it won't work. So in order to know that you're with the right person, you really need to dig into these things and dig into them as a person and you as a person and realise, do we gel? Can we make this work? They say opposites attract. In some cases, that's right. But in order for opposites to attract, you have to change a lot about yourself in order to adapt into their lifestyle. And you kind of, even though people think they don't change in a relationship, you do. You both change. You try to please each other. You try to adjust to each other's needs and wants. And once you start doing that, and you get into a routine of having to do that quite a lot because you're so different or you have such different personas, it can become quite hard. And this is where you find people then in the relationship start turning towards other people that can offer them what they want, because they're not finding what they want in the relationship, because you're trying to change so many elements of yourself that you can't offer them anything more than what you're giving them. So you really need to think about who you're getting with, who you're getting in a relationship with, and who you're willing to allow to get to know you. And that is my short clip on relationship advice. Are you with the right person?